says, why do you have to argue with Bryan about the most
Pedantic
things,
like
dude?
minor things.
Just say minor, bro. Easy. Quit flexing your vocabulary, sir. Why does he get on your skin so much you stop the show to argue over nothing, stuff, let it flow, and keep up the energy? And this guy who gets it, Abro42 said, it's part of the show, bro. It's entertaining. Facts. There would be no show if me and Bryan just agreed on everything. If you want that, there's some chicks that do that. You could probably find that. I would say Bryan, especially lately, argues with me more about bullshit than anything. Like when he argued about me about there's offensive linemen who block and flag football, and I coach flag football, and my two sons play flag football. It's wild. He might be new to the show. I don't know. But if we just agree on everything, there's literally no show. Again, there's shows like that. It's called Chicks with Dicks. It's called Fighter and the Chick. Have you to pivot and adapt to different markets and business? What has been your favorite business venture and why? And advice for starting a business, whether it be podcasting, clothing, liquor company, etc. Pivot, adapt. Yeah, I hear you, brother. And I try to describe this to Bryan too, right? Like Bryan doesn't have the best business sense. Never start a business, anything I've ever done, podcasting, comedy, clothing, liquor, whatever I'm into. I have my hands on a ton of stuff. I never do anything that's not organically something I do. So podcasting, I didn't get into podcast, go, I'm going to do this for the next 15 years and make all this money. Never. I did it because I love talking with Bryan. And it was a fun way to talk about stuff I wanted to talk about. And then the money came. Cool, man. Let's do it. Let's ride. Clothing, always been into clothing, always been into shirts, design, stuff like that. So I did it. Didn't expect to make money. It started going well, all good. Liquor, basically an alcoholic. Drank a ton of whiskey. I was always drinking Buffalo Trace. I'd have it on stage, have it on this. These people came to me and said, hey, dude, you drink so much whiskey, you're giving them free promo. They don't pay, you pay them because you're buying their product. Once you do your own thing, I went, that makes sense. I'm into whiskey. I drink whiskey. Let's ride. So it has to be organic. Coffee, I drink a ton of coffee. It made sense to have my own coffee with Black Rifle, stuff like that. So start off, if you can, doing something that you're naturally going to do anyway. And if the money comes, fuck yeah, dude, you've made it. But if it doesn't come, it's all good because you love it. Like my trucks, my car stuff, that's just a passion project. If I can make some money doing it, dude, hell yeah, more cars, more car parts, more truck parts. If I don't, I would be doing it anyway. So that side of things, that's my passion. That's what I love to do. That's my hobby. I'm all in. And if something comes from it, cool, man. Hell yeah, let's do it. I've gotten to go to SEMA and work with all these cool brands, but I'd be doing it if that stuff didn't come anyway. So my whole thing, whenever someone's talking about starting a business, like, why are you starting it? If it's just to make money, you're not going to be able to keep up. You're just not. So hopefully that helps, bud. Crow says, where's Tuesday's episode, Chin?
I know, it's always me that gets blamed for this too.
Yeah. Bryan didn't show up on Monday, Crow. So we did one yesterday with Kurt. I love Kurt. I fuck with him on a lot of his opinions on a lot of stuff. Some I don't, but I think he's so entertaining. And it's tough to wrangle in. I'm curious on what you guys think of that episode. It's out now? Is it out now? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's out now. Let us know what you think. Should we have him back? Is it too much?
Yeah, do you guys like that kind of style of podcasting?
Yeah. Mommy Milker Maserati. Interesting. I'm not a big Maserati guy. Mommy Milker Maserati. What's the current car collection? Twin turbo TRX built by Bailey in Fort Worth. That's my baby. I got the F-350.
The Schaub and Callen thing is going to be over soon enough. This can only go on for so long. They hate each other at this point. It's fairly obvious. They keep taking shots. Callen is miserable. Schaub is heated that Callen doesn't care about the podcast anymore. And he just keeps trashing Callen on the Patreon Q&As. This is not going to last too much longer. Mark my words, it's not going to. So Schaub dropped another Patreon Q&A. This was the lamest one. He once again did not answer my question. My question was about the lawsuit. I asked it before during the last one, and he skipped over it, and I could tell because there was an edit because I know whose name I wrote it on top of, so they skipped that. Gave Callen a try. I knew he was pissed about Callen missing that episode on Monday. And I bet you the thing that pissed him off the most is that Callen missed that episode, but then dropped an episode of his own podcast on Monday with his opener. But I mean, this whole Q&A was lame. Chin is running out of fake questions to ask. And if they're skipping my questions, God knows what they're going to do. But I mean, now Schaub is babbling about his failed businesses as if he's some successful business person. That whiskey company in which he quote unquote sold, if you go and ask R.B. Marcus, the guy you quote unquote sold it to, he just had to help Schaub out, give him some charity. So pathetic. He never made money off of clothes. Hell, he can't even sell merch in order to get into a fake truck giveaway contest. Never mind sell an actual clothing line. This whole thing was just completely and totally pathetic and sad. No more good questions or anything. I mean, like, there's one where he talked about the fighter and the kid subreddit. I might make a video about that, but it was kind of like a nothing thing, to be completely honest with you. Just like, I think we should do more of that often. We'll address some of it. When he fake laughed, it was so terrible. That's Bappa leaning into the bit, and him leaning into the bit is terrible because he's overacting with it and everything. Ugh, but yeah, this Patreon so far, it stinks. And this Patreon Q&A was terrible. I mean, Chin, come up with some better questions. My God. Ugh. He's sitting there looking like an idiot, just pissed off that he's doing a podcast with Callen who just doesn't care or want to be there and podcast with him. This shit is so bizarre, so fucking weird. But, I mean, this entire thing, I wonder if he's going to get a new studio, because the last time Callen was there with Chin, they were once again going off about the studio, but I don't think so. Even though when he left in the middle of the podcast, the last one, and started his car, I'd have guessed the guy is just not going to get a new studio or anything. So I don't know what the fuck he's going to do, but we will see in due time. But let me know your thoughts in the comments.